Welcome to StreetMotoZ. I'm going on a 2-day trip, and the place I'm going is about 2 hours away. I am on my motorcycle, all packed up. I've got my backpack on and ready to go. The weather is going to be interesting, so I had to plan for it. Right now it's about 65, which is very doable. However, it just stopped raining about an hour ago, and it's supposed to start raining in about 2.5 hours. I've got 2 hours to get to my destination, and I packed in case it starts raining on me. I have a rain suit in my bag. It's a one-piece, covers my arms, legs, torso, and if it starts to sprinkle, I'll stop and put the rain suit on. I don't have anything for my shoes, but I did bring a couple of grocery plastic bags, and I'll just take my shoes off, put my feet in the plastic bags, and put my shoes back on to keep my socks and my feet from getting soaked. Now, I've been out in the rain before on my motorcycle without any sort of protective gear, and I just got soaked down to my socks and my underwear. I was just a big soggy mess, and it wasn't horrible because it wasn't too cold. It was pretty warm then, but if you get wet like that when it's cold, that's a whole different story. And there's a possibility that the weather could get down in the 40s on the way back. So worst case scenario, 40-degree weather with rain, and I need to get on my motorcycle and ride 2 hours in that. I want to be prepared for that. And I think having the rain suit and the feet covered with plastic bags will help. Eventually I want to get something a little bit better for my feet and my hands, but right now that's all I have. I think these gloves will do all right. They're pretty good gloves. These are somewhat new. I really like these gloves. The other gloves I had, I think they're Riva. They're black gloves, but when they got wet, my hands turned black because all the dye got off of them on my hands, and my hands were dyed black for a couple of days. It took a while to get all that black out of my skin. But these are Alpine Stars SP8s, and I really like them. They fit real good. I've got good mobility, and I did get in the rain with these, and they got soaked, and there was no dye that came off of them onto my hands. So that was nice. Oh, there's some dark clouds. We might get rain on the way. See those big billowy dark clouds? We'll see what happens. This is a very precarious time to try to go out and make a 2-hour trip. It's supposed to rain again, I said, in about 2.5 hours. It could be 1 hour before it rains, because the weathermen, they can't be 100% accurate all the time, but they do help for planning. But I've got some other things packed in my bag. I've got my change of clothes, some tennis shoes, my bathroom gear. I've got my cell phone charger and the rest of my personal items. And that all fits in my backpack, which is awesome. I don't need any saddlebags. I've got a backpack, and I like to let the straps a little bit loose on the backpack, so the backpack rests on the passenger seat behind me. And that works out pretty nice. If it's too loose, it kind of slides from side to side on that passenger seat. If it's too tight, then my shoulders are carrying it the whole time. But if you get it just right, that backpack will rest on that back passenger seat, and it won't bother you, and you'll have a more comfortable ride that way. Another thing I've learned is I don't like having my cell phone on my bike. So as you can see, I just have the cell phone stem down here with no cell phone on it. I don't like having screens on my bike that much. I like to be a little bit free. One thing I do like for my phone though is I'll turn on Spotify, play some songs, and I have a Bluetooth headset inside my helmet, and I like to turn on some music and listen to music while I'm riding. That's enjoyable. I don't know if everybody's done that before, but I really like doing that. Here's Lake Murray. It's getting a little windy. You can see how choppy the water is on the left. So the wind must be coming out of the west. This is just a small finger of Lake Murray. It's a lot bigger than this. It's a pretty lake. This is my cruise control for my Ninja 650. Let's get it set. So I'm like at 4,500 RPMs. Pull in the clutch. This is an O-ring. I'll slide it right in between the throttle and the end bar. And then I'll bring the revs up to about 4,500. And let go. Check it out, it's holding the throttle. It's kind of like a throttle lock, but it doesn't really lock it. It's more of a throttle friction device, because I can grab this thing and turn it to slow down, or I could turn it the other direction to speed up. And my right hand gets a good rest from this. No right hand cramps. See, no hands. Woo! Look how fast. Running. Ah. Run, 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 run. Run, 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 run. One thing you just got to know is if you need to slow down, turn that throttle down. So if I ran into rain and there's a problem, I'll have to show that on the video here. There's a black cloud. Look at that cloud up there. It's dark, isn't it? Ooh, look, those clouds are looking dark over that direction. That's the way we're going to be going too. I don't know. We might hit some rain. Maybe we'll see a tornado. Woo! That would be fun. Wow. We need to get moving. Those clouds are getting darker and darker. All right, let's go, truck. Get out of my way. There will be no lollygagging. I would rather just get past all this without any rain. But there's some dark clouds forming all around. Every direction I can see. Well, we've got rain, and I've got nowhere to pull over right now. Oh, this is rain right here. I need to pull off and get my rain suit on. I can find a place where I can pull over, get my rain suit on, or I get too wet. If I get too wet, it won't do any good. Well, it is raining, and I've got about an hour to go. You see all the rain? I got a little wet, but I was able to pull into this church awning. and I'm going to get my rain suit on.
I was able to put my rain suit on and also the plastic baggies over my socks and put my shoes over the top of the plastic baggies. When pulling out, I noticed I needed to put my traction control in KRTC2, which is set up on the Ninja 650 for snow or rain. So I did that, put it on KRTC2. The sun came out and I was like, is the rain over with already? Or what? You know, what's going on here? But as I'm pulling out of here, I do notice there's still a lot of clouds around. So I did end up hitting some more rain. So the rain suit and the plastic bags over my socks, inside my shoes, did help me out a good bit. My microphone was impacted by the rain. I didn't realize it would do that, so I didn't get good audio through this portion of the ride. Anyway, I did make it all the way to my destination with no issues and was able to stop. And on the way back, it did get a lot colder, so I had brought a windbreaker with me. And I wore the windbreaker right under my jacket as an extra layer. It was able to block the cold wind from hitting my chest and arms, and I made it back safely. Hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe, and remember, it's not about the destination, it's about the ride, baby!